Welcome to the 50-50 podcast, the fairest challenge in football and podcasting. My name's Nathan and I'm joined by my co-host Jack.
Good afternoon everyone, I hope you're all well. I hope you found this podcast and I hope you're going to love it. We're going to talk all things Premier League, Europe, anything about the beautiful game, anything you want us to mention.
Today, for the first episode, I think we're doing transfers, aren't we?
We're going to go through each team transfers, if they'll be good, what they'll bring to the team and if they will flop. And if other targets they need, why they're not going after this player, and etc.
Yeah. So we're going to go through each Premier League team and talk about like what players we think are going to succeed, which one's going to flop, and then after that we're going to go on to our Premier League predictions, which I'm quite excited about. We've been talking about for a while.
I'm very excited. There's some bold ones out there, but you know, I've seen a lot of bold.
You got to go bold though sometimes, surely.
Exactly, you know.
Yeah, you can't just go.
You got to live by the sword.
Die by the sword. Anyway, I think we should get on to Arsenal first.
Yeah, so Arsenal brought in Gabriel Jesus, Zinchenko, backup keeper Matt Turner, Fabio Vieira and youngster Marquinhos.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the Jesus one could be easily signing off the summer. Like Lacazette only got like 7 goals last season. Jesus, you can play off the right, and like Arteta and like Pep, they have the same.
I doubt Arsenal play off the right though, don't you reckon?
No, but it's always an option. Obviously,
they've
got Eddie Nketiah who was smashing it towards the end of the season, and it brings flexibility, and also
with the 5 subs as well. Right?
Yeah, it pushes like Nketiah as well because obviously he's got the number 14 shirt. Fabio Vieira, I feel like he might be a bit too lightweight for.
He's skinny, isn't he?
But I feel like though, because obviously like Europa League, that they'll just bed him in like the Europa League and the Carabao Cup.
Well, he has a really good goals and assists per game.
Yeah,
have you seen that?
I haven't seen much about him, to be fair.
Apparently, I've seen like he's only had like 19 or 20 starts in the Portuguese league, and he's got like 20 goal involvements, which is quite good.
I feel like though Arsenal should have
gone for someone more experienced. You're gonna say?
No, just because like they've already got players like that. You have the flair, the creativity of like Ozil, Martinelli. No, not Ozil. Odegaard. Odegaard. No. Odegaard, and like I don't know how much, like 40 mil.
Who, Fabio Vieira?
Yeah.
No, he's less than that, I think.
But obviously they've got what's called Saliba coming back as well, which will be like a new signing for them.
Yeah.
Which it could go towards a 3 at the back. It could make Ben White play right back.
I think Saliba's going to be really good. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a feeling. I feel him and Gabriel are going to be really good.
I feel he's had 2 loan spells in France. But I feel like you can play Ben White right back, and then off the ball can be a free, and then like Zinchenko or Tierney can bomb on.
Yeah, I think Gabriel Jesus might get 20 goals in the league.
Yeah,
I'm not even joking. Like he could definitely do that. He's looking very good.
Arteta's assembled his whole. He's got rid of like all the bad eggs with like Guendouzi, Aubameyang. So.
I hate Guendouzi.
So yeah, I feel like Arsenal, maybe another midfielder. I don't know. Maybe get rid of Xhaka. Maybe a backup left back. It depends if they want to play Zinchenko there, unless they want to play him in midfield.
They got Zinchenko and Tierney though, haven't they?
Yeah, but Tierney's a bit injury prone.
I feel like they just need maybe a bit more depth in like certain areas now, like at right back. Cause I know Tomiyasu is quite good, but then apart from Tomiyasu, it's like Cedric.
Yeah,
Cedric's like, you know.
Maybe they're thinking Saka can play left wing back. Maybe they need the back or right mid though to Saka. Cause obviously they were after Rafinha, but like, but I do feel like these additions make Arsenal stronger and like weakens Chelsea around them.
So which ones do you think will succeed and which ones do you think won't?
I think they all will. To be fair, Vieira, I've got my doubts about. I've never seen him, so I can't really judge him too much. But Jesus could be easily signed off the season. He's a banker.
Yeah. I think Jesus and Zinchenko are guaranteed to succeed. I feel like the rest of them, I feel like could be good. I feel like Vieira could be a decent option off the bench, but
Marquinhos is going to be just a raw, exciting player.
He could become, like Martinelli, where he's just building into the squad over time, and eventually he's just playing games every game for Arsenal in a few years.
But from one Merseyside midfielder to another, with Steven Gerrard at Aston Villa, they've bought, they've got Coutinho on permanent deal, which he can be hit and miss, but I feel like at Aston Villa, the star man, he will just show his class. and got Diego Carlos, which
I really like Villa's business. I feel like Diego Carlos and Kamara are really good signings.
especially Kamara.
Sorry, what are you saying?
Kamara's just like United were interested in him. So he has that Paul Gerrard.
Yeah, he does. I feel like Diego Carlos, like he's all right. I said he is a good signing for Villa, but I don't think he's gonna be incredible. I don't know. What do you think?
But I feel like options are. But I don't know because they bought Callum Chambers last January, and they've got
the goal Callum Chambers scored as well. What a goal!
They've got Mings, Konza, but they are like crafting a very experienced squad.
Yeah.
You know, like Luca Dean. They've got Matty Cash. He's very good at attacking, but maybe they need a striker. I call him Watkins, but Danny Ings, he hasn't really got like 8 goals last season, which
they could use it. I feel like Gerrard really likes Ollie Watkins.
Yeah, well they have a youngster Cameron Archer who got 6 goals. No, he got 4 goals from 6 for Villa, and he went on loan last season at Preston North End. So whether he gets given a chance or goes on loan. But of course they've lost Chukwuemeka to Chelsea.
Yeah. It's not done yet, but it looks like it's going to be done. What do Villa desperately need?
I don't know because
the fullbacks aren't the best. Matty Cash is very good.
We got Leon Bailey. He's had a good pre-season, and he just had a very injury hit season last season. He's very at Leverkusen he was unbelievable. He got like 15 goals, 10 assists.
I think he's a good player, but
I feel like he's in my fantasy.
You can't be telling me, Jack. We're competing.
Don't worry.
But at left back.
Not Digne, you know what you're going to get from Digne.
Yeah, they do look like they're going to have a good team.
They
on paper, it's a very good team.
They signed Augustinsson from...
I seen that, from Sevilla.
Yeah, so he can just be a nice little backup. But in the Premier League, it's all about... When you get promoted, it's all about signings and it's and to squad. And that's something Bournemouth just haven't done, you know. They signed Ryan Fredericks, who wasn't getting a game at West Ham really, and they signed Joe Rothwell from Blackburn.
I don't like their transfer window. I feel like they just haven't got enough. They just need more Premier League level players. I think
they haven't got like the squad depth either. They haven't got like a backup left back.
Like Marcus Tavernier, I feel like he's good.
Yeah, he was good in the Championship.
He's a decent Championship player, but
brother to James Tavernier.
Would you believe that?
Yeah, but of course, will Dominic Solanke make the step up? Because
they need him to.
He got 30 goals last season, so he has that.
They've got Kiefer Moore.
Yeah, and on 230, he played like 2 times last season. He got them promoted.
Maybe if Bournemouth play more direct, Kiefer Moore could be actually quite good. If you could chip in with a few.
I know in January they bought a lot. Like they bought Dembele, bought Nat Phillips on trying to get promoted. So maybe financially they just can't spend at the minute. But yeah, they need more. Well, of course they do have David Brooks, who's thankfully back and playing. He couldn't play last season.
I forgot about David Brooks.
He had something about him, David Brooks. I like him a lot.
Yeah. I remember him being good before Bournemouth got relegated a few seasons ago.
Got Jefferson Lerma in midfield. Lloyd Kelly might show he's a good young centre half.
Jefferson Lerma, he's not terrible. Yeah. He's alright.
But once again, I don't know. You have to buy in the especially this season. I feel like it's going to be the most competitive league ever.
Their centre backs are just they need better. They need better. Otherwise, they got rid of. They had Nat Phillips last season in the second half of last season, and he's very good for them.
Maybe they might go back in for him.
Maybe later in the window, but at the moment, it doesn't seem like there's any rumours.
And also, what's good with the way Scott Parker expansive play. The squad is so thin.
Yeah.
But you know, if they want to stay up their home form,
so do you think Ryan Fredericks is going to be a good signing?
I mean, experience-wise, yeah, and he's okay, but...
Do you reckon he'll be a success, or do you reckon he's going to be a flop?
Well, I feel like it won't be hard to flop, but the squad just haven't got too many Premier League players. They just haven't improved. They just haven't. But from to the south coast to
these transitions,
the Buzz and Bees. So Brentford, I mean, Christian Eriksen's gone. That could be a massive, irresistible player to replace. Of course, they were on a very bad form before he came, and they turned it around.
Yeah, they looked like they were going to get relegated before Eriksen came.
Yeah, they just
but now it looks like they're getting Mikkel Damsgaard,
who scored an unbelievable free kick in the Euro.
He did.
Literally the perfect Ericsson regen.
Yeah, but he literally hasn't done much at Sampdoria, really.
He's got your FM save, though.
He was brilliant.
You know, helped you with the league.
If you want us to go through our FM saves or fantasy or football, just tell us, because we love fantasy football and FM, don't we, Joe?
Ben Mee's just a solid sign, but I feel like he'll play like 15 games. He'll just do the job he would get from it. And Strakosha, will he push David Raya? I don't know, but because I remember Alvaro Fernandez, I think his name, he came into the side and Brentford were awful with him. Yeah. No offense, Alvaro. But yeah, they've just got a good model.
What do you think the best signing was?
And Keane Lewis Potter's a good young winger, but he'll need time to adapt. But they'll be alright this season. They're a well-run club. Of course, Aaron Hickey can play right back, left back. Rico Henry's like bombs on high. Yeah. And then because I remember they playing like Christoph Ayer at right back. I'm like,
yeah, Christopher Ayer's a good player though. When I've watched
like Thomas Frank, did you really think he's going to get to the byline, overlap and cross it in?
He could do. You're doubting Ayer's ability, I think, Jack.
It is good, Christoph Ayer. But another club who has a good model and is like sustainable and they buy well, recruit well is Brighton and Hove Albion. So could they keep, the big one is Cucurella. He was heavily linked to City, but it looks like he's off to Chelsea. 50 mil though, I think they bought him for like 20 mil or a bit more. That's perfect. Like that's like sums Brighton up. They buy cheap, they do well, they develop them, sell on.
Yeah, with Brighton, I do like their strategy of getting players in and then turning them into, like, they only bought Cucurella for cheap and then they're selling them on for 50 million. He's a left back, but yeah, but they haven't really brought anyone of note in. Massive, but that's their style, I guess. But they brought in the goat Dab, who's gonna.
Well, he was on loan for 2 seasons at that Belgium team who beat Rangers last night.
Was he on loan from Brighton?
Yeah, but it was like.
Wait, really? Yeah. I had no idea. I actually had no idea.
And of course, they have lost Basuma, which will be heavily like a massive miss.
Yeah.
But this is where Moses Caicedo can first full season in the Premier League.
I love Moses Caicedo.
He had a great performances against United. I think he scored against United. And he played well against Arsenal.
It was a great goal against United.
And of course, they have Mwepu, they have like Lallana, Pascal.
Yeah.
I imagine they'll just. I don't know.
They've got some frontline options now. They've got Undav. They've got that Morpie. They've got that guy from Paraguay.
Cisco, he got like 18 goals in like 55 games for.
Yeah.
And he was ripping up in the Copa Libertadores.
And on the wings, they've also got Trossard, who I actually think is a very good player.
I rate Trossard.
I think he's very good.
I feel like he's been on an upwards trajectory.
I think he's one of the best players outside the top 6. I generally do. I feel like
he's really young as well, isn't
he? He ripped up Liverpool last season. Obviously, I was very sad about that.
What about Undav though? Can he make it? 27 goals, 13 assists.
That was in all competitions last season. In the league, he got 25 and 10, 25 goals, 10 assists.
But I feel like the way Brighton plays is very unique, and like the way they create chances.
Do you think Undav will perform at all, or do you reckon he just won't play?
Well, he better, because he's also one of my picks in fantasy.
He's also mine.
But yeah, but if not, they have like Danny Welbeck. He's just solid, you get from Danny Welbeck. He pushes the defence back. He can bag a couple of goals. But yeah, I feel like Brighton will be on for a good season, to be honest.
I don't know, I don't know. I'm not sure about Brighton. Those losses are quite big.
No, but they have a good academy. They have a couple of good youngsters come through. They have a young striker, Evan Ferguson. He's Irish, I think. I don't know. I just feel like Potter's a good manager, and
I think they'll have a decent season. Like, won't be too terrible.
Like when Basuma first came to Prem, would you think he'd be this good? And like,
come
to Tottenham.
That's why Moses Caicedo could step into his
Who's an Ecuadorian? I'm backing Ecuador for the World Cup. Yeah. I'm not backing them for the World. I'm backing them to get far in the World Cup.
You think you're gonna win? You think they're gonna win the World Cup?
But this team next, they've lost a lot. Rudiger, Azpilicueta could be going. Alonso could be going, and of course Romelu Lukaku. So we're obviously about Chelsea Football Club. What do you think Chelsea need?
Chelsea definitely need a lot. They've just got rid of too much, I think. They've got rid of...
Of course, they've got rid of Christensen too.
As you said, they've got rid of a lot. They've got rid of centre-backs, midfielders, strikers all over their team. So I feel like they definitely need a striker, 100%, because they're just playing. They're gonna have to play Havertz as the false 9.
Yeah, and they've got Michy Batshuayi.
Yeah, and they're not gonna win the league with Michy Batshuayi and Havertz, so they definitely need a striker. They're going after Rafinha, so they probably still need a winger.
Yeah, because like you got Ziyech, Pulisic, I know when they play, but they're so inconsistent. And they've spent so much money on them. That's probably over 120 mil, maybe a bit more.
I know it's a lot to spend on players that you're going to sell for like basically nothing.
But Koulibaly could easily, hands down, be one of like the best signs of the season. He's a world class centre half. You know, he's tall, he's quick, he's powerful. He's got a presence. You know, he's got the height. Like,
I actually think the Koulibaly is not going to be that good. That's my prediction. I feel like he's going to be decent. Like he's going to be a decent centre back for Chelsea, but I actually don't think he's going to be incredible. It's my prediction.
He's a bit old. He's like 31. I wish he came to the Premier a bit earlier.
He might be like Thiago Silva though. He might just come in and be a Rolls Royce, which is fair. Definitely can happen.
Thiago Silva's 1 season older, and obviously he had pace around him with Rudiger. So could he potentially be on the decline? I don't.
Yeah.
He's got that experience.
Remember when I was talking to you like a year or so ago about whether Thiago Silva would be good enough, and I was like, he might not handle it in the Prem, and Jack was adamant that he would, and you know.
But you were looking right though. Remember, he made the mistake when they were getting beat by West Brom.
Yeah. Oh my god! Like I still can't believe that happened. 3-0 down at half time or something.
But of course, we haven't talked about the man who I feel like will take the responsibility in this Chelsea's side, Raheem Sterling. He can play on the left or right. Yeah. And he's kind of underrated. I don't know why. He's unbelievable. He's world class.
See, I naturally hate Sterling, but I know he's a good player. I just feel like that people don't like him because he's a bit less flashy than some of the other wingers in the league.
I know people like he's a tapping merchant, but it's clever movement.
Yeah,
like
he's a good finisher.
Yeah.
But and good, his movement's really good. But I don't know, as a player, you know, with like his passing range and stuff like that, it's not like incredible. I feel that's the reason why people don't rate him as high.
I feel like under Pep though, he's adapted. When he's at Liverpool, he's like in a Campbell and he's like tricky.
Yeah, he was.
Under Pep, he's just like byline, cross, score.
He's very effective, and that's all you can ask. It's kind of like Salah. He's just really effective, isn't he? And same with. What are your predictions for Sterling this season?
I think 17 goals, maybe 16 goals.
Yeah,
he will be the main man along with Mason Mount, of course, too.
Yeah. I think that's a good prediction. Have we gone through all their signings?
Yeah, they bought Koulibaly, Sterling. I mean, they have yesterday just bought that young American goalkeeper. I don't know much about.
Oh yeah, Salina.
18,
yeah.
Which
apparently he's quite.
It's
quite decent.
Yeah, maybe they'll loan him out to I don't know, championship team.
They're getting rid of Kepa though, so maybe they'll keep him as a backup. Probably,
yeah, maybe. I
imagine.
Because Edouard Mendy, they're probably playing a cup games.
Yeah.
What
do you think about Levi Colwill leaving?
Yeah, I feel like Chelsea should keep him because they made that mistake over. Like, I don't get Cobham's such a good academy. Like, got rid of Guecki. Well, I understand like Guecki going like last season because
Livramento.
Yeah, but I feel like Chelsea should, I wouldn't say too should, but like the ball now should be smart to be like, these are out of contract. Could Rudiger stay? Could Christensen stay? If not, okay, we have these ready. We'll tell them you'll play like 15 times a season, but next season you'll be the main.
You just got to give them a chance. Yeah. That's what I'd do if I was Chelsea. I'd give them a chance. If they're not ready, if they're not ready for it, then just don't play them.
But they have been a lot smarter though, like putting like buyback clauses in.
Yeah.
On Livramento.
Oh yeah. I feel like Livramento might. He got a big injury, didn't he? I don't know if he's going to be the.
But I remember the first game of the season at Goodison, he's really good, Livramento.
Yeah, he's a good right back, to be fair. Yeah. I actually found him when he was in Chelsea's youth system when I signed him on Football Manager. But that's a story for another time. Anyway, let's go on to the next team.
The Eagles, who had a fantastic season last season.
Yes.
Well, it's a very exciting time to be a Crystal Palace fan, I have to say. I mean, they have lost. Of course, Chelsea got Conor Gallagher back, but I don't know. Do
you think Conor Gallagher's going to be good for Chelsea?
I don't think he's ready yet.
Do you reckon? I feel like he'll be a good squad player, very good squad player for them.
He did tail off, but so like Palace over like last year they bought Elise, Anderson, Shoes, Edouard Meza, like just good young solid like players, and now Check Decore, fantastic.
I'm very excited for Check Decore.
Sam Johnson, solid keeper. But he did have a really horrendous drop off year at West Brom last year.
Yeah.
I want to go to time Michael
Elise. Last year.
Eboué, I don't know how you say it.
Eboué. Yeah, I've heard of him before. Yeah, I think he's
he's right winger.
Winger, yeah.
But I'm like Chris Richards, another ball playing centre half, which is good because like James Tompkins, he's not really that guy. You're not that guy, pal. But yeah, he's. So it's like again, you just buying players for the mould for Patrick Vieira, and of course they have a very good academy, Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
But with all these signings, it'll just like help add to like the flair of Elise, Zot, especially Zot, Ebe.
I feel like they need more Palace in
maybe
this transfer
striker
window.
maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking because Mateta's.
Mateta, Edouard, they get like 6 goals a season, but Wilfried Zaha did get 15 last season.
That's very impressive.
It could be his last dance, Wilfried Zaha, with he's out of contract.
The rumours about him going to Roma,
Yeah.
I'm surprised it hasn't materialised, because I feel like that's a very good move for him, you know.
Yeah, he's a Palace legend, Wilfried Zaha. He's great. He's one of them players that you hate him, but you love him on his team.
Yeah.
And he just got better.
He loves to dive, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a character, but yeah, I think for Palace it's very exciting. They'll probably play 4-3-3 still. The core is like the perfect mould.
Yeah, I know.
He's the perfect mould. Like, he's tall, quick, strong, powerful. That's what you need in the midfield in the Premier League. And
his ball winning numbers last season for Lens were absolutely incredible. I feel like him in the base of that midfield for Palace, I feel like it's gonna keep them in the position they were last season.
They only won like 9 games last season in Palace. They drew a lot.
I know, but it felt like they had a good season now. You know what I mean?
I think they're just more exciting to play.
Yeah, they were exciting to watch with Gallagher. And
that. So Everton, I support Everton. God help me, I know. So this, we've lost Richarlison.
I'm just let Jack take this one, I think.
So we've lost Richarlison, which is a massive miss, just said, brother, because he's just a great character. He's loved by everyone, and like he always turned up when we need him. He promised us he'll get us out of the situation. He did, and it's probably the right time for him to leave.
I absolutely hate Richarlison, the scumbag.
It's very sad seeing him go, but due to the incompetence from the board, over the years, it's made him have to sell. But we have signed James Tarkowski, which is a solid. He's looked so good already in pre-season. Like, you can just tell he's already our best centre half. Yerry Mina was really, but he's so injury prone. Yerry Mina. Tarkowski, his passing's really surprised me, James Tarkowski.
In pre-season?
Yeah, because it switches, and he got good assists for Calvert-Lewin against Dynamo Kiev last Friday.
He has got a bit about him.
And McNeil, I know McNeil hasn't got like the number. I've always liked Dwight McNeil.
But I remember talking to you about 3 weeks ago saying, would you like to sign Dwight McNeil? Is he an Everton player? And you said no.
Yeah, but what I didn't know is he created like 47 chances, and which And he's tall, so I was like defending set pieces, which are a nightmare at. It's good.
How tall is he?
I don't know, but he looks tall.
Lanky.
Dresser Garnegay could be coming back, which it's a perfect homecoming. We still need more. We still need another midfielder, but
it's been getting better though, hasn't it? Because I remember at the start of the transfer window opening, there wasn't much happening, so it seems like you're getting the players in now.
We're linked with Broha. We're linked with Batshuayi and Barkley, but they ain't happening there.
Batshuayi, I'd stay away from him.
I'd have him as a backup if Rondon went. But I'd actually much rather have a younger player which you can just develop and take a chance on. But we need more, because Calvert-Lewin's injured again, because a man called Rafa Benitez rushed him back so much. That's why he had a very severe injury, which he just shouldn't do, and it's like the repercussion to hear. But anyway, we will take along. We'll go on to Fulham. They've bought Solomon, they've bought Pereira, they've bought Palinha, very attacking players. I feel like Fulham could maybe need a bit more.
Yeah, definitely. I feel
maybe
like
more solid defence.
Yeah, I feel like they definitely need a centre back. The centre back options aren't very good.
Yeah, like fullback they got Anthony Robinson.
But at the start of the season, at the start of the window, when they made Palinha signing, and there was rumours about them getting Solomon, I had hopes that Fulham might be making some good signs, because Palinha, Champions League player, that's very. Yeah, it's very impressive,
It's great that they got them in.
Solomon's actually a good player. Not many people know about Solomon. I'll give you a quick information about him. He's a winger, played for Shakhtar. Yeah. Played for Shakhtar. Israeli player. He's just a tricky winger. I think on both feet he's quite good. I feel like his dribbling's quite good. And for Shakhtar last season, he was really impressive. So it's quite impressive that Fulham managed to get him in. It's kind of the same as Paulinho. It's a very impressive signing, but they just haven't really capitalised on that after.
This morning they did confirm the sign off Bernd Leno, which I don't know, but I
feel like he'd be good.
Yeah, but you look like Harrison Reed, Wilson, Knockout. Well, to Wilson, to be fair, is probably primitive.
Knockout.
Pereira, like Carvalho, Cabano, Congolo. Adebayo's quite good. Tete's alright. Well, they might be getting Mbappe. I don't know. Have they got Mbappe?
Yeah. And Mbappe signed a few days ago. He's another player that a lot of teams were looking at. Like Newcastle and stuff. So
he used to play for Newcastle, Kevin Mbappe.
Yeah. Apparently they're looking at getting him back, but he's played in the Champions League and Europa League before for Wolfsburg, so it's a very smart signing, but I still feel like Fulham need more, and I feel like that's the reason why they might not have a good season.
A team that have lost a lot, but they have replaced, well, I would say Leeds United. Of course, they've lost Rafinha and Calvin Phillips. But Calvin Phillips, Leeds fans might be good, but he wasn't really there last season. He was like injury prone, but I know his quality that he possesses. But they bought well. Like the Rafinha replacement in Sinistera is. I know it's a Dutch league, but 23 goals and 14 assists is quality. And like if you maybe that's around like 7 goals, 6 assists maybe in the Prem.
That'd be very good return.
But they already have like
Leeds.
good players. They have they have Bamford. We get Harrison. We get from they are like Premier League solid players.
Yeah.
And of course like we've bought Rocker, Adams, Aronson, a lot of midfielders.
Yeah.
But
they're good. They're quite good.
I feel like Jesse Marsh. I feel like he'll just integrate them in slowly, not like do it all at once. Just like with Sinistera, he might not start. He might just start Harrison first.
I feel like they need the points. They need the points early because they could be in another relegation fight, so they might not be able to afford to rest Sinistera and.
I don't know. I feel like that was just because of like Bielsa's tactics and like training. His training things were so like crazy. I can Amazon documented like they were top in the championship and they just like derailed because of injuries.
Yeah,
but
it's very high.
I think he's a good manager. I know he didn't do good at Leipzig, but
well, they didn't really have that good of end of a season as well, even when he was in there. So
they did lose 3 in the bounce to Chelsea, City.
Yeah. They're obviously going to lose those games, aren't they? Really. But anyway, in my opinion, I feel like Leeds' window's actually really good, even though they've got rid of Rafinha. I feel like there's some underrated transfers in there as well. That
Tyler Adams is a very good player.
Yeah, Tyler Adams is a good player. Aronson, have you seen his pass in pre-season?
No.
It's a joke. He plays like an outside the foot boot ball to Rodrigo and he scores, and it's just.
I
feel like he should be quite decent.
I will tell you, Nathan Christensen is someone you want to have in your fantasy.
Oh, the left back. Yeah.
Is he a right back?
Is he a left back or right back?
I
think he's a right back. Yeah, he might be a right back. Anyway, he's very good. Did you see how many assists he got in that?
He got like 12 or something.
Yeah, he's a very good player. Yeah, he might be a good pick for fantasy. Yeah, you're right.
But going to the Midlands, is it Midlands?
Yeah, Leicester. Yeah, Midlands.
Leicester. They haven't bought anyone. I don't get why. To be honest.
Yeah, I know. It's very strange. I feel like they might be struggling financially.
Yeah, I do think they could potentially just be flirting around relegation.
I don't know.
No, they're losing Schmeichel, which is a massive they lost Schmeichel, Morgan with their massive void out the dressing room. Like Tielemans is out of contract. He might throw his toys out of pram if he can't get a move. Madison, will they let Madison go? They can't. Vardy's getting older, but I know he goes like banks 15 goals, but injuries are settling in, like Iheanacho and Daka are inconsistent. Yeah, and they've got so much like dead with like Everton, like Bertrand, Soyuncu, Mendy.
They have a very large squad.
Like they can't offload them. I feel like that's why they just can't. I'd Sumari, I thought he was going to be great for them, but maybe in my second season, maybe.
I don't know, but I feel like you're right about Schmeichel leaving and they could be getting rid of James Maddison. That could be big.
Harvey Barnes is a quality player though.
Yeah, but I feel like even though they're leaving, I feel like Leicester will be fine just because they've still got some quality players.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine, but I feel like there'll be times in the season where they might be looking behind and thinking, "Oh, we could be in danger here."
I feel like they'll comfortably finish mid-table. I feel like they've got players like Ndidi and Vardy.
Yeah, true. I forgot about Ndidi. Yeah.
And if Fofana stays, then he's a very good opportunity.
But of course, he's linked with Chelsea, and like on social media, he's like removing Leicester from the buy.
Oh really?
Bayern, yeah.
It's very strange. But apparently, it's going to be a very large fee, like 80 million, which I feel like's a bit. Do you think it's overpayment?
Yeah, but for Leicester, that's how much he's worth, and maybe that bad financially, they want to.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Well, anyway,
what's the next one?
We're going to the title charge there. So Liverpool have bought Darwin Núñez. Have they bought anyone else?
Well, we've bought Darwin. We've got Cavallo.
You got Ramsey
and Calvin Ramsey. Personally, as a Liverpool fan, I feel like I'm really happy with our transfer window. We've bought in like players we've needed to in different positions. Obviously, we got rid of Mane, and we've sent a few players on loan like Tyler Morton, and we sent Nico Williams out. And overall, I'm happy with our summer, but I feel like our midfield's the only problem that could arise in the season, because if we get a few injuries, then that could be poor, because Oxlade-Chamberlain's out. He got injured. He just got injured for like a few months.
You got Henderson, Fabinho, Thiago.
Yeah, but then apart from that, once
like if Thiago got injured, then you replace him with Harvey Elliott, not the same type.
Exactly, it's not easy, but I'm really happy with Darwin after that goal against City. That I feel like when watching him, I feel like he's gonna be really good. I wasn't sure at the start, but after watching him against City, I feel like he's gonna be really good.
Yeah, but even if not, like the amount of chances he'll get in the side, like it's like second to none. It's the same for Haaland. So we can go to the.
It's very hard to flop, isn't it, in a team like City and Liverpool?
Yeah.
Just because the amount of chances you're gonna get.
You just have to be very.
Like I probably wouldn't flop. I'd probably score some goals for Liverpool.
Yeah, I've seen you on Pro Club.
Exactly.
Right, we're gonna go to. I mean, they did just lose Liverpool in the Community Shield. Erling Haaland, Calvin Phillips, it's just Adam. But they have lost Sterling, Zinchenko. I don't get why. I don't answer it.
Yeah, I feel like.
I don't know why, but I mean, they have replaced him with Julian Alvarez, so he's very good at River Plate.
Yeah, I'm very excited about Julian Alvarez. Watching him in the Prem, I feel like he's going to be very good. He's going to be like the Ferran Torres, I feel like, this season. Going to bag probably a lot of goals in the Prem. Just like 12 to 15, maybe, I reckon, in the league.
But they are losing, like, in the dressing room, like, leaders like Sterling and Zinchenko, which, well, maybe Zinchenko might, well, he's seen the lead a few Ukrainians, so he might be like that in the dressing room to see.
Yeah,
but
the
addition of Haaland does give a whole new dimension to
Getting rid of Zinchenko obviously gives, leaves him a hole at left back.
Yeah,
and that's why they're going after Cucurella. But it seems like if they don't get Cucurella, what Pep was saying, apparently they're not going after anyone else. So
yeah, it could be like when
a problem.
Yeah, could be like when you won the league for the first time and you didn't buy anyone like at the back when needed to.
Yeah.
But yeah,
do you think the strength of depth has gone, like, it's not good anymore?
Yeah,
with like it's just strange. I feel like they should have just got a winger in. I know they got Julian Alvarez, but getting rid of Sterling and Jesus, I feel like they probably just need one. But anyway,
exactly. And of course, what's it called? Like there's no backup left back. There's only 3 centre backs. If injuries happen, I mean, majority of their players will be off to the World Cup. That could make them. Full shot.
Like if Laporte gets injured again, like he normally does, like they're putting Nathan Ake at the back, and no disrespect to Nathan Ake, but
there's a bit of a goal from class.
He's not really that. He's not really the one, I wouldn't say.
Yeah, but
he's decent.
But Haaland does give a whole new dimension to see.
I know.
But anyway, we'll go on to Erik ten Hag's Manchester United. They brought in Eriksen, which creates creativity. They've also, I feel like, eases pressure off Bruno. Malacia and Martinez have brought in, so I don't know. I feel like Malacia would be good, backup left back, or might come in. They need a lot, though, United. Yeah,
they do. They're still going after De Jong, obviously, and they were going after Anthony. I just feel like their transfer strategy just isn't good. They need to get them in early, because Ten Hag apparently wanted 7 signings, and they've only got in Malacia, Martinez.
It's not even to get them in early. It's like if you can't get De Jong, you have someone of his like profile. So you're just like, okay, we're not negotiating.
I don't know why they haven't backed out of the transfer. Because if that was me, I would have, like, with the situation that De Jong's with Barca, it's just a very messy transfer. I would have just left it and then gone to see if there's anyone else available, like Ruben Neves.
Yeah,
exactly. Who would you go for if you were?
Well, to be fair, Jadon Sancho and Marcus Rashford, they are good players. They will show, especially Sancho in this Martial, I reckon he could potentially be back. Ronaldo, I don't know.
Who would you go for if you were the head of United's transfer business instead of De Jong? Or who would you like? Who would you bring in?
Harry Kane, get him on the top, get Ronaldo out.
No, I mean instead of De Jong. Like if you were gonna like pick a player other than De Jong.
I don't know.
There is many options. I'd probably go for Ruben Neves or Tielemans.
Yeah, Tielemans, no.
I feel like Tielemans would be a good
got James Garner, he's had a good season at Forest. But yeah, they need a lot, United.
James Garner's from round Wales.
My dad worked with his dad and he gave me a pair of his boots.
Did you wear them?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, jeez, wore James Garner's boots.
He's wearing Newcastle now.
I feel like the window is a bit underwhelming for how much money they have.
I feel like because Newcastle fans have been under a lot. Thankfully, all the Newcastle fans listening.
Jack does not like Newcastle.
Weird, but I feel like the patience. I feel like the patience and they just they did it last season, buying Premier League proven players like Target, Burns, Trippier, Ward, and it's down like the Flair, Bruno Guimaraes. They got Botman, who can be a very good. He'll be a very top class because he's better than Lascelles. But they have good options there. They have like Burns, Fabian Shaw.
The defense is a lot better.
Yeah,
I feel like Botman's going to be one of the stars of the season if I was going to make a prediction.
But also, I feel like they're being realistic. They've got players like Dummett, Miller, Fernandez, Manquillo, players they can't really get rid of.
And they've still got like Joe Murphy and people that.
Because I know Newcastle on the training ground, so it's like a League One side. But Nick Pope's going to be a good one, a good sign. You know what you get from him. But yeah, I feel like just taking this time steady.
Yeah, I feel like some Newcastle fans might be feeling a bit we maybe should have gone a bit more crazy. But I feel like going slower might be a good idea.
So you just have to look at Everton.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If they get Europa League this season, let's say. Or Europa Conference.
I think they might challenge, but they'll fall short. Because
let's say they do. If they do get Europa League, then I feel like next summer will be the one where they start spending big money.
And do the board maybe trust Eddie Howe with spending a lot of money?
That's true.
Or do they want to wait for it?
What would you do? Would you get rid of Eddie Howe if you were
no.
Once you get to Europa League? Keep him,
yeah. Just the attack options, Ward Wilson injuries, Almiron, could fall short. But anyway, Nottingham Forest, could these be another Fulham now, spending big? Yeah.
I actually love Nottingham Forest signings. I feel like that's going to keep them up.
I feel like the right profile, they've signed O'Brien, who's from Huddersfield, and Toffolo.
Yeah.
With Richards there, two left backs. You might be alright getting two left backs, but Jack Colback was playing left.
Niakate as well.
Back. Yeah, Jack Colback was playing left wing back, so Dean Henson's the sole keeper, and you got Nico Williams, who did go in the Championship, and he might shine.
He was quite very good for Liverpool. Very good for Liverpool's youth sides. When he came to up into Liverpool, the only problem I had with him, he was very good attacking, very good athletically. But when it come to his defensive responsibility, he wasn't too good. But I feel like in Nottingham Forest's three at the back formation, I feel like that's where he might shine, and he'll probably be right back who gets quite a lot of assists this season, I reckon. Iwayinyi also played for Liverpool.
He got 20 goals last season.
Yeah, very good season for Hertha.
Rivals.
Union Berlin last season. But he's quite a good striker. I was seeing his he's overperformed his XG.
That could be a worry then. That could be a worry.
Why?
Well, because you might not get them chances in the Prem because
how
different it is.
Yeah, but what it suggests is that even if he doesn't get that many chances, he'll score those small amount of chances. I feel like they've recruited well to a specific style. I feel like that's why Nottingham Forest will stay up. I wasn't confident at the start of the season.
I just back to the City ground.
I felt like at the start, I feel like they just didn't have enough.
But could the signs they bought be so could Williams be Jed Spence with the contributions? Could Anui be Kean Davis in the Championship? Could O'Brien be Garner?
Yeah.
And
Lingard's a big signing.
Yeah, I know the money in that, but Lingard can go either way for me because he's got the talent we've all seen West Ham, but if it gets tough, you've lost like 4 games in a row.
True.
Really want like.
True. He also is a bit injury prone as well.
He can also be a scapegoat if they're not looking for doing bad.
Oh yeah.
And like just see the TikToks.
It's dancing.
Yeah. But a couple more teams to go now.
Only the last few.
Southampton. I don't know. Southampton. I don't know. I put them to get relegated, but I don't know because they've bought well. Like Gavin Bazunu, they got from rivals Porto, I know from City. Good, really young shot stopper. Bel Kocha, he's a great career mode player. I've had him before. Lavia, I feel he'll just be better than Solly. Aribo showed his class up in Scotland in Europa League. And Sekou Mara, who got like 7 goals in 27 for Bordeaux last season.
Yeah.
And they haven't really lost anyone though, but they still kept hold of James Ward-Prowse, which will be pivotal.
I was listening to a podcast yesterday, and they were talking about how they think Romeo Lavia might actually be a big part of Southampton's team this season. He might just immediately go into the side.
Yeah, we'll see. You've got a buyback clause in him, so
I feel like he for 40 million as well, which suggests his talents. I feel like they're all right signs. I feel like Sekou Mara is a bit of a risk. Yeah,
they haven't really got much squad depth. They've got at the top. They've got Che Adams. They've got Walcott there. Like Armstrong within because obviously Osbroja.
I was looking at Sekou Mara, his highlights, and he looks okay, but he looks a bit slight. He's a bit small, skinny. I feel like he'll struggle in the Prem, but maybe he's just going to be a player you can bring off the bench.
I feel like Southampton are buying smart because if they get relegated, which could be a possibility, young players you can either keep in the Championship, develop and get straight back up with parachute payments, or they can just sell for a profit, especially Bazunu and Lavia. Yeah,
you're right, because if they do go down, these signings will probably put them straight back up, I imagine. So yeah, you're right. Yeah,
and think about it. Aribo can be creative. He probably have to.
I do really like Aribo.
Yeah. Just think though, if they do get relegated, James Ward-Prowse could go Aribo. But I don't know, would Aribo want to stay in the Championship? I don't know.
I feel like he might, because he used to play for Charlton, in League One. I feel like he wouldn't mind it.
He was just at the highs of Rangers, though.
Yeah, true. In the Europa League, they might get a big offer for him too if he's good this season.
But title contenders Tottenham, they've made a lot of business, a lot of class business.
Yeah.
With an already world class manager like Richarlison, Perisic, Spence, Basuma, Longley. I think they lost Bergwijn, but you got Bergwijn, you place that with Richarlison.
Much improved, I'd say, from Bergwijn.
And they're still trying to get rid of the deadwood. They're Wings, Lo Celso, and Dombele, who's so overrated, and then Reguilon. I think
Ndombele does have some skill. I just think his style just doesn't fit the Premier League. But
to be fair, I would have him at Everton though. So
yeah, I feel like Conte is going to get the signs they made are perfect for how Conte is going to want to play. Very dynamic fullbacks.
Daniel Levy doesn't really back a manager, but he's fully winning on Conte. Which makes sense. I want to lose him.
Exactly, because they probably know that they're lucky to have Conte.
But the buddies players, you might be will Spence start with Doherty or Emerson, or would Richarlison with Longley, but it builds a squad up. So when injuries and that occur, you've got the ready-made players to come in.
Well, you do need a squad depth these days to challenge for Champions League.
You look at Liverpool and City, you look at the squad depth. Mane last season, Gabriel Diaz were going if Harry Kane went out, Dane Scarlett, Lucas Moura, and something like that coming
up. So who do you think's the best signing from Tottenham?
Basuma.
Yeah, Basuma. Yeah, he is.
Maybe
very
Perisic
good. Though. Perisic on a free is very good. But I love Perisic.
I do like Ryan Sessegnon. I hope he still gets a lot of game time.
Yeah, he might do because Perisic is quite old now. They'll probably bring him on a lot, won't they?
Right, and West Ham are in the conference. I feel like this sign's a bit of a risk with Samaka.
Yeah.
Only first season got 16 goals and it's
I feel like it's a massive risk.
Yeah.
I feel like Scamacca.
Another Zamoni Zaza.
Yeah. I feel like he might flop. That's my big prediction. I think he's going to get about 6 goals in the Prem, but maybe he won't. Apparently he's a very good versatile striker when it comes to how he plays, where he can come deep for the ball, pick it up, shoot from distance. He can be in the box. He can be a tap in. He can go with his head on
Like,
because he's tall, he's strong.
He got 16 and 38 for Sassuolo last season. I don't know, I feel like it's a bit of a risk, you know, like they've signed a lot of strikers on since David Goldsby, and they just haven't worked out.
Yeah, he is young though, he could improve, but...
Yeah, he's only 23, turned 24.
That's crazy, he used to play for PSV.
Yeah. I used to play for Lazio and Rome. But yeah, they signed Argard, I don't really know much about, down from it.
I know a bit about Argard because he played for Stade Rennais, who I do like Stade Rennais quite a lot, they're one of my favourite teams.
Yeah.
He's just a centre back that's really good on the ball. That's basically all he is. He's just very good at the ball. I feel like that West Ham kind of need that because they had Craig Dawson at the back.
Yeah.
I feel like they could use him.
Ogbonna's still injured from that ACL. I think he got.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah. But yeah, finally, last but not least, Wolverhampton Wanderers. They have really added Nathan Collins to the ranks. They signed Hwang Hee-chan permanently. Yeah. I like Nathan Collins. I think he'll be a good sign.
I've not really watched much of Nathan Collins at all, really.
He was good for Burnley last season. He used to play for Stoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he's
quite a large fee, wasn't it? For a championship player.
They've got rid of Romain Saiss, so there's a good replacement.
I really like Romain Saiss as well when he was at Wolves. I feel like he was a good centre back. I feel like him going to Besiktas is a strange move. I feel like he could definitely play for a mid-table Premier League team. You know?
Did miss an open goal once for Wolves.
Yeah.
But yeah, Wolves haven't really had anything. Got rid of Fabio Silva. Like, they need additions, especially in the forward line.
They haven't got Vinagre either.
Yeah, they sold him to Sporting and Everton got him on there. Oh yeah, come here and mention Everton got him, yeah. You
can play both. I think he can play left back and right back, so he is
he can also play left mid, so...
I think next we should rate who we think has had the best transfer window.
Oh yes, that's a great idea.
So if you were going to pick one team, who do you reckon wins the transfer window, Joe? Maybe give a top three. Give a top three, maybe.
Everyone will go Tottenham. Arsenal, Forest, Tottenham have had great windows.
Yeah.
Villa, I don't know. Yeah, Leeds are a good one, but the players are hit or miss.
Yeah.
I'll go Tottenham. No, Arsenal. I'm going to go Arsenal.
Arsenal third.
Arsenal first. Tottenham
first,
second. And Forest third.
Okay.
Because Arsenal just like they needed.
Yeah.
Their quality was Tottenham just adding to the.
My top three. I feel like, a lot of people go City, and I was thinking City too. But I feel like with the players they've got rid of, they have got rid of them for a lot of money though. I do feel like City are third. City third. Arsenal. Yeah, Spurs and then Arsenal actually. Yeah. Arsenal first, Spurs second, and then City third. But yeah, thanks for listening to this episode of the 50-50 podcast. That was our going over transfers to the 2022-23 season. We hope you enjoyed. And the next episode's going to be the predictions, so we're very excited to do that. And goodbye.